This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com.
Well, listen, we're going to get into the match. It's Team Angle. It's Kurt and Samoa Joe, Rhino, Jeff Jarrett, and Sting, and they did beat Team Cage. Christian Cage, Tomko, Scott Steiner, Abyss, and AJ. Kurt, I'm going to read the notes from the Observer, and dear God, don't fall asleep because it
Is this Meltzer?
It's a lengthy Meltzer write-up, and I'm going to try to make this as entertaining as I possibly can. So here we go. Meltzer said, Team Angle won in 28 minutes and 4 seconds, and I think this write-up will take 28 minutes and 4 seconds to read. Rules of the match were similar to War Games, except only one ring. Once everyone was in, instead of winning by submission, they would drop a ceiling down, which was filled with weapons, so it would turn into a weapons brawl. The heels had the man advantage, even though the faces won the TV match. Before the show, Jim Cornette said because Jarrett had interfered in the Joe versus Styles TV match and gave Joe the win, that he had to overturn the decision. Boy, was that a major consistency problem. Harley Race was used as the keeper of the cage key. Usually that's the MO for him. He'll get jumped and lots of interference, but they really treated Race nicely, allowing him his pop for decking Jim Mitchell late in the match. It started with 5 minutes of Angle versus Styles. My God, what a glorious 5 minutes that had to be. That's Paul Bromwell commentary. Some good wrestling between the two. Right as Angle hit the Olympic slam, Abyss came in for the 2-minute double team spot. Rhino was next in. Rhino catapulted Styles into the cage, and Styles was the first man bleeding. Uh-oh, we got blood. Tomko was next in. Rhino was the next man bleeding. With the exception of Devon, even though it was an all-cage show, they saved the blood for the main event, which I think is cool. It's cool that they did that. Joe came in, and he appeared to get the biggest pop of the show. It was pretty wild with Joe hitting the muscle buster on Styles. Angle hit 5 straight German suplexes on Tomko. You're a freaking machine, Kurt. Joe got Abyss in the choke when it was Steiner's turn to come in. Steiner gave both Angle and Joe belly-to-belly suplexes. There he is, the suplex. He's a suplex machine too, that guy. He then gave Rhino a Frankensteiner off the top rope. The place came unglued, seeing Steiner use the move he really popularized nearly 2 decades ago on a national basis for the first time in many years. The crowd was chanting overrated at him, but after he did the move, they chanted, "We were wrong." That's pretty freaking cool.
Yes, I remember.
Sting was next in, and he got a major pop as well. He gave Stinger splashes to everyone. Everything that was moving got a Stinger splash. They did a 6-man pyramid spot similar to what is usually an X Division staple. Cage was the last one in for the heels. Jarrett came in last. I noticed some boos for Jarrett. I said we all hated Jarrett, whether he was a face or not. He came out and was drop-kicking everyone. It's funny how the multiple drop-kick spot, which was a babyface staple, is now a new spot. Jarrett, in his early days in the business, was known for having one of the best drop-kicks, and although he's a lot bigger, he still got some great height on his drop-kick. Oh, there you go, Jeff. It turned into a weapons brawl, but there were so many weapon shots that they didn't seem to build. It was just pops for the hard sound of the garbage can lid on the head. Styles started climbing the cage. Oh, this sounds good. There was an opening near the ceiling where you could do basically a pull-up and get to the top. Angle went up after him, and they were brawling on top. Mitchell gave Abyss 2 bags full of thumbtacks for the requisite spot in every Abyss match. As Meltzer says, every Abyss match has to have thumbtacks. Race came around the ring slowly and decked Mitchell. At this point, I told you this was long, Rhino gored Tomko through the locked cage door. On the top of the cage, Styles hits Angle on the top of the head with a chair. Damn you, Styles. I was shocked seeing it because years ago after Angle got his first surgery from Dr. Ho? Joe. In Pittsburgh in 2003, it was a chair shot to the top of the head that undid it and put him out a second time. Let's stop there, Kurt. I mean, he hit you right in the head with a chair. Where are you saying, AJ, what the hell are you doing to me here, pal?
I wasn't crazy about it. He wanted to do it. And I said, listen, last time I got a chair shot to my head, I had neck surgery. So what I did is when he hit me with the chair, I put my hands up.
My God. Angle had said when he was in WWE, he doesn't think they should do any hard chair shots to the head. Well, there you go. Yeah. I mean, good. With the cage door open, Joe did a tope on the Tomko. Steiner went out of the cage and grabbed the NWA title belt and hit Joe. Abyss dumped one bag of thumbtacks on the mat. They teased Jarrett and Sting, taking the bump on the tacks, but they escaped from Abyss and gave Cage a double choke slam onto the tacks. All right, are you guys playing rock, paper, scissors to see who gets the tacks in the back? How does that work?
Well, you know what? Usually it's Abyss. He gets the tacks out and he usually lands on them, but not this time.
Not this time.
Cage took it, yeah.
I mean, my goodness, do you guys literally talk about that? Like, hey, who's getting the tacks if Abyss gets him out in this
It's
one?
kind of a little joke, you know, but
Holy
it's
shit.
not too bad. I mean, the thumbtacks.
Have you ever gotten thumbtacks?
Yeah. I did a couple of times. It doesn't really, you don't really feel it. It doesn't penetrate your skin that much. Maybe an eighth of an inch. It's
Okay,
not that bad. It really
so it's
is.
not as bad as what we're watching on TV when we see it. And we're like, and we're losing our minds at home. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Okay, because now there's
It
women
can
that
make
take
you
it.
bleed like a son of a bitch, though. When you pull
There's
those
women
tacks
that
out,
take
you
it.
bleed.
You got Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker that are just getting dumped on thumbtacks now, and it's like,
Right.
what are we doing? So, all right.
Crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. So, all right, back to the match here. Abyss then laid out Jarrett with a black hole slam. Angle punched Styles off the top of the cage where everyone on the ground caught him. Abyss then put his second bag of thumbtacks into the guitar and gave it to Jarrett. Jarrett teased hitting Sting, but then hit Abyss instead. Jarrett then refused to pin Abyss himself and told Sting, you go get the pin. Sting thought it was a trick, but after more prodding from Jarrett, he did pin Abyss. Sting and Jarrett shook hands. Angle was on the top of the cage, unhappy, and ended up leaving by himself. 4 stars from Meltzer.
In the hands of Abyss, and don't forget,
Oh,
Angle and
God.
AJ are up top.
The thousands and thousands
Watch
of
out,
tacks. Look out, Rhino right here as well. We're gonna try and keep our eyes on everything that's going on. We got wrestlers right here battling the table. Here comes Tomko.
Right on the table. Tomko got it. Rhino's busted open. Into the rail goes Rhino from Steiner. Don't forget, Angle and AJ are busted up top after chair shots. And look at Sting and Jarrett with a double team.
Double shot. Christian Cage goes back first into the thumbtacks. My God!
Unreal. Look at Christian Cage's face. And we got to be careful. We got Joe and Steiner and Tomko and Rhino all right in front of us. Oh, no.
Abyss, wind up, black hole slam by Abyss on Jarrett.
Wait a minute, look up top, too. On their feet again. It's AJ.
Styles and Angle fighting tooth and nail on the top, on the roof of the cage. Samoa Joe's choking out Tomko.
Oh, no.
Right
Look
in
at
front of
AJ
us. Look
Styles.
out. AJ, look out.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Oh my God.
Kurt Angle sent him on top of everybody.
He just knocked him all the way from the top of the cage down to the floor.
That was freaking insane. Absolutely freaking
Show it again,
insane.
show it again, show it again.
Oh, my
Good
God.
Lord, what a landing. We're back live. Angle's up on the roof. It's Abyss, Jarrett, Cage, Sting in the ring. The rest of the competitors are laid out, knocked out on the floor.
Keep in mind, there hasn't been a pin yet or a submission. We're trying to follow. You see Abyss with another bag of tacks in his hands. Oh, no.
He's got the bag, and he's gonna dump out thousands more.
Look at that, he put him in the guitar.
What?
Oh, no.
He's loading up the guitar with the tacks.
He's loading it up. Listen to this crowd, they know what they're seeing.
Oh, you're damn right, it's awesome. That might not even describe it.
And listen, Kurt Angle was still stuck
Did
up
you see
top.
that? Abyss just motioned to Jarrett. He told Jarrett to get to his feet. He said, I loaded the guitar with tacks.
Oh, man, there's Sting. Oh, no.
What's he gonna
no.
do? No,
Oh,
no, Jarrett.
That's
Don't do it, Jarrett. Don't do it.
Snake. What's he doing? He's moving him away. He just smashed him with tacks.
The tacks, the thousands of tacks go flying everywhere.
And
Jarrett can get the pin.
Look at, he's pointing at Sting again.
He said to
pointing at
Sting.
Sting.
He told Sting, cover him.
Look at this. What on earth is going on?
I mean, Jarrett could get the title shot right here.
This is a chance for a title shot.
Pin.
1, 2. Sting gets the win.
Sting gets the title because of Jarrett. Sting gets the title shot.
Sting turned over a new leaf. I don't know that Sting believes it, but he took the pin.
All the questions, all the doubts that we had about Jeff Jarrett, as far as I'm concerned, they were just answered. They were just answered 100%. Jarrett had that title shot right in his grasp. Jarrett, the knockout blow. And he laid it up for Sting. He handed it to Sting on a silver platter, and Sting's gonna get the title shot.
He's still trying to get the handshake. Sting can't believe it. He gave him a title shot. Joe and Rhino. I thought Abyss was setting him up. I thought Jarrett had the whole thing planned. And look at this. They shake hands. And the Kurt Angle stuck up top. He can't believe it, I'm sure.
Kurt, from the execution all the way down, this sounded like a pretty good damn match. How tough is it putting something like this together?
It's pretty difficult. When you have 10 guys, you have to keep everybody busy. You have to make sure nobody gets injured. So it's pretty complicated. But what were you saying about the match? I wanted to cover something.
He mentioned here that you were unhappy and you walked off leaving by yourself. You gave it 4 stars. We talked a little bit about,
you know what? Yeah, I want to tell you the finish was really weird. It wasn't a typical finish where the fans were excited to see it. You know, it was Abyss handing Jeff a guitar.
That's right.
Hit Sting, and Jeff decided not to stay babyface and hit Abyss. And then Abyss is laying down, and Jeff's telling Sting, cover him, cover him. So there wasn't really an exciting finish. It was like, you know,
right.
Like we shit the bed.
Like a fart in church.
Incredible match.
Yeah.
And then the finish just went down the toilet. It really was.
And Mark,
it seemed like forever when I was on top of that cage watching it. It was just horrible.
You're up there like, is this shit over or what? Well,
Yeah,
Meltzer gave it 4
hurry
stars. Meltzer gave it 4 stars. So
yeah, isn't that crazy?
Isn't that something? That's crazy. And then he brings up thumbtacks, and I think you've talked about it before. But do you think thumbtacks have been used way too much in Abyss matches, to Meltzer's point?
Yes, but that's what Abyss identifies himself with. It's
right.
his gimmick. That's what he's proud of. That's what he does. He's going to continue to do it. Well, he did continue to do it, is what I'm saying. But you know what? It's not a bad thing. I mean, when fans think of Abyss, they think of hardcore, and they think of it thumbtacks for one particular reason.
Yeah, he's like the Kane Mick Foley combo. I've heard Conrad use that example as well.
Yeah, that's a good mixture. Yeah,
he's that combo for them, and but thumbtacks were definitely his thing. Talk about too, and because we touched on it as we ran through the results there, they did really save blood for the main event. So, what are your thoughts on that? You like that, right?
I thought that was awesome. You know, I wasn't expecting that, and I thought that the agents did a great job of making sure that occurred. Because we were on last. We needed something different. And we wanted to make sure that there wasn't any blood in any other matches. I know Devon might have gigged himself a little bit, but other than that, there were no blood in any other matches. So it separated our match, which was really good.
And listen, the other thing which we didn't talk about is the match right before yours was between Team 3D and LAX, and that was an electrified cage match. So you guys really got to be thinking, my God, we got to do something special.
Thank goodness we had blood.
Yeah.
Because this was like an electric match, and they pulled it off. It was really good. And it was really tough to follow it.
Let's talk a little bit more. Let's dig a little deeper into the chair shot, because I know we touched on it as well going through that. You get the chair shot. Meltzer mentions you had issues before with the one before. But did you mention it to AJ beforehand? Did you talk to him about it after the fact that he clobbered you with the head? What's the deal here? Do guys in TNA kind of know, hey, don't hit me in the head with a chair?
Well, I was hesitant at first. And AJ was like, listen, I'll take it easy on you, which he didn't, by the way.
Yeah.
But I was okay with it because the last time I took a chair shot, I took it entirely with my head and I didn't use my hands. All you have to do is put your hands up in front of your head and it'll protect you. So AJ clobbered me, but he got mostly hands.
Well, I think that you owe AJ a receipt sometime. So next time we can figure out an AJ
Kurt come out of retirement. Yes.
There you go. You owe him a chair shot. Oh, that's funny. So you're tossing AJ off the top of the cage on the everyone is one of those crazy spots that you just can't believe what you see. Is this another AJ called for the spot and you're just like, well, I'm just going to chuck you off. Here we go.
AJ's out of his damn mind. When he told me he wanted to do this, I said, you're freaking crazy. If you're going to get hurt, AJ, he said, no, I won't. And he didn't. I mean, the kid,
he's incredible.
He's like a cat. You know, you throw him off a cage, he'll land on his feet. He's just unbelievable. He knows how to bump properly when getting thrown off of a damn cage or anything else. AJ was such a daredevil.
Acrobat almost.
He was the best stunt guy in the world. I mean, he should be doing movies. He's that good.
Yeah. No, he is something else. And again, another guy still doing it at his age, and not just doing it at his age. He's still doing it at a high level at his age.
Yes, he is. He hasn't missed a step, man. He's still going strong.
And you would think someone that wrestles his style would have had that major injury or, but no.
You know what? He's had some back issues in the past, and it's haunted him a little bit, but for the most part, he's been pretty healthy most of his career.
Well, thankful for him, thankful for his family, and thankful for we fans that he has had, a relative healthy career. So good
long
for him.
ass career too.
He's a good guy too. So it's good to see.
Solid guy.
Well, you worked the whole match coming in first. Whose decision was that? And were you comfortable being in the entire match, Kurt? I mean, and we heard the last few minutes you sat on top of the cage. So,
well, I volunteered because I figured if anybody's going to go the whole match and my conditioning's impeccable, I never get tired.
I love it.
So I thought, you know what? I'll be the one to start the match. I don't have a problem with that. And nobody else had a problem with it either.
Did you say that to the guys? Hey guys, listen. My conditioning, as we all know, is impeccable. So I'll just start.
If I would have said that, they would have said, "Hell no, I'm going first." They wanted.
It'd have been "F-U" angle.
They had impeccable conditioning. So I just said, "Guys, I'll go first."
There you go.
I didn't want to get complicated on everything.
I would have loved if you would have said it that way. Well, the finish builds intrigue to the next show with Jarrett staying and you being frustrated over the pinfall. So are you happy, though, with the match when it's over in general? I know you said you felt like it was a fart in church finish, but are you happy, though, overall with how it ends?
Yeah, I mean, how it ended, not so happy.
Okay.
But the match in general was really good. It is definitely, if there was the greatest of all time tag team or cage matches with 10 guys in it, it should be in the top 5 without a doubt. I'm not saying there is any kind of title like that, but we had a pretty damn good cage match with 10 guys.
Man.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.